Alrighty then. Our pursuit for justice for all coming to a head, I believe, tonight in this episode right here, in this Twitch stream that's happening as I'm recording it now. And yeah, all is getting very, very exciting towards the conclusion. Time for us to find the killer blow and seal this trial with the best result possible. But welcome in, good to have you in our episode today, as I said, in Twitchland right now in our stream, or in our YouTube land highlight, wherever you are coming in to enjoy this from. I hope this video finds you well, and if it does find you well, if you end up enjoying it, don't forget to let me know with a like and comment down below. Keeps those metrics up and lets me know things are going well. And if you'd like to go further with your love and support, if you like this and want to see more, because there will be more coming your way, hopefully very soon, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell as well, if you want to hopefully get those videos pushed through to your inbox. So, alright, we are in here with our Ace Attorney chronology playthrough. If you have no idea what's going on here, this is all part of my chronology series, which I'm doing every single game in in-game timeline order. And as I said, today is the ending to Ace Attorney 2, if all goes well. We're doing Farewell My Turnabout. We're loading things up, and we are getting ready to get right back into it. So, you'll notice that we are currently talking to a walkie-talkie. There is a good reason for this. We have one assassin who does not want to show their face on the other end, who is, agreeing to give their end to proceedings, but to what end? To what end in their own way? So many a trial and many a tribulation and revelation has been found out. There is indeed, a suicide note as far as I'm aware, but it turns out it might be a forgery. Fake suicide note, which is what pretty much all of this case has been, one of the things that this case has been hinging on. And yeah, now as I said, we are trying to talk to Mr. Assassin, who has our best friend Maya Fey kidnapped, and we're trying to get the best result possible to get Maya free, and actually do in our client somehow, because we don't want to get, we want to get our client guilty by this point, because that is the truth of the situation. Yet, if we get him guilty, bad things may happen to Maya. So we're trying to work this out. We're trying to work this out here. Trying to do a little bit of a negotiation tactic, really, I think, here. But we found ourselves at this point of proceedings. He did reveal the name of the client that the assassin was contracted by. And we think there's a bit of a fib going on here, because they said the name Adrian Andrews, but we don't believe that. So, this is what we're going to try and break down here. So, just as a recap, we will do Mr. The Killer's lines again, and then get pressing, because I believe we're in testimony cross-examination time by this point. I think we are. So we'll just go for it here.
As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client.
However, what, sir? Hold it! Hang on, let me just move the screen again. Yeah. I just don't like it when I'm on my dual monitor setup and a bit of the game window that I'm seeing is bleeding into the other monitor. It's like, it's not quite fully in place, is it? So let me just fix that there. Okay. And, stare down. Yeah, Phoenix, you realize you're staring down a walkie-talkie. You cannot see their face. I hope you realize what you're seeing.
What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit.
Yes?
How much is your fee?
You do realize you were asking this in the middle of a courtroom, are you not? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No, I'm not thinking of hiring a Mr. Wright! Yes? You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor? Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty! So, witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not?
Edgeworth is just pretending that didn't happen. And absolutely, yeah. Somebody's gonna maintain a professional aura around here, so yeah.
One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of a crime.
Oh boy, okay then.
Hold it! Okay, the judge is finally relented, and is not gonna find me guilty, thank goodness. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
Yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you.
However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party.
That goes without saying, Mr. the Killer.
And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. My clients did it to frame another for the crime.
And he's got the psyche of everybody who wants to hire a hitman. He's got that unlocked. It's like, yeah, I'll do it for you, but you do realize if you're going to follow through with this, you might be living with this for the rest of your life, and you're cool with this? Only if you're cool with it. I will do it for you, but then it's on you to process it how you do. So yeah, interesting.
Hold it! Are you talking about the button and the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card, the one with the shell. Like Shelly, I get it. Finally, I get it.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy?
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
He's pretty devoted to his work.
But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight. That is something I cannot overlook.
It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here.
You can only get so much through just the speaker of a walkie-talkie of a transceiver. There's only so much nuance you can get out of there. But then again, he's also gotta be like very monotone delivery, like as to not give away identities through like inflections of voices or something like that. So yeah.
While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene.
Pretending to be the first person? Okay.
Hold it! So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too.
No! I already told you I have no intention of using your services! Ever! Right, Judge? God, why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here?
Because, silly boy, you made it slip that you were thinking of hiring an assassin right here on the spot, and the judge has opinions and thoughts going through his head. Maybe he doesn't believe he is the true good judgy boy that he actually is. Like, actually, people hate him. He's letting the intrusive thoughts win here. You gotta be mindful, right? You gotta be mindful.
Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead.
Right.
Hold it! From the very beginning?
That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that's really true.
Huh, that's odd. Sounds like that's gonna be the statement that we gotta press on. Okay then, but we'll keep going just because we like to get all the flavor text.
But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button.
Okay, hold it! So why do you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested the murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard.
But if that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill. That is all. And to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty.
I just realized I'm doing lots of back and forth, turning on the transceiver voice every single time. Voice mod is being put through its paces today.
Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
Okay, hold it! And that's all you have to testify?
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again? As in you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. I'll just be a lowly attorney, don't we worry about it. Are you really now? I'm very hush of you. You are being very hush to me.
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now.
I bet that me has been watching that entire, like, particularly that first interaction, just watching that being like, oh, for God's sake, Phoenix. Just like, I can't believe that, just literally, I can't believe I got brought back for this absolute BS. Yeah. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that that will be very bad for our client, right?
I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is that I can't let this trial end yet.
You do not let the trial end yet, so it sounds like, as I said, this was the one that we've got evidence to contradict. To contradict the fact that Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. Okay... We need to have something that contradicts how she knew from the very beginning, because I don't think she would know. And I'm thinking back to this, actually. I don't know if we can, like, search up the testimony on it, but I believe Andrews has been on record to say when she entered she was genuinely shocked and thought originally that Juan Corrida was merely just, like, exhausted and tired out. So she thought to try and set him up with some juice to sort of wake him up a bit, give him something, you know, sustenance-wise. That's what she did first, but then actually went to check the body and then realized, oh wait, no, this is dead. This is a dead body. Oh shoot. So probably... Yeah, sees Kurita, slumped over the chair, probably thinking, oh, you're just tired. Let me fetch you your favorite tomato juice. I'll pour you a glass, I'll bring it over to you. Why are you not responding to me? Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, what is all this struggle all about? And what did... Okay, there's strangulation marks. Oh no, the body is dead! I believe that's how it went down in Andrew's eyes, so I believe... Yeah, because she put this glass down rather calmly. And I believe it's because she thought originally that Kurita was only unconscious or tired out rather than being actually dead. So, yeah, she wouldn't have known. And I think we have it on her records that she said basically that, if I remember correctly. Hello, Alolan Pitman! To basically get in here. So I believe the wine glass is going to contradict how how Shelly's saying Adrian already knew that Juan Kurita was dead. No, she thought that the victim was merely just tired out first, puckered out, and got her a wine glass of tomato juice. So yeah, I think it's this. Objection! Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Kurita had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Kurita had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? Nuh-uh. That's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they never would have left their fingerprints behind. Ooh, I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Get a quick sip before we talk some more.
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
Oh, I'm getting on the better side of an assassin here. I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Kurita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. Love how the transceiver is just perched on the witness stand. Just perched on the side of it.
How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Huh?
Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, then we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised! You know you can't say things like that without any evidence! Sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive that there was a contradiction in that testimony. This is where all the great thespian sort of acting. They're actors playing lawyers by this point. They are actors playing attorneys to try and keep the killer off their scent. It's like, yeah, I love how this is going. How this could potentially be going. I love it. Okay. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items.
Oh yeah, the items that were going to be delivered by Gumshoe, but that's not happening right now in lieu to the fact that Gumshoe decided to run every red light trying to get his way clear as quickly as possible. And yeah, I sort of preempted it before, like when I commented, wait, why are you running every red light? And then crash. Yeah. We currently have a good gummy down for the count. Hasn't been able to get our items yet. That's not good. Although we do have a sort of a backup in place. Because we realized that somebody was always tracking Gumshoe's whereabouts. And maybe that turns up soon. We'll have to wait and see. For now, though, request taking. The transceiver will testify some more.
This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
So you physically met your client,
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. You met. Supposedly, you've named Adrian Andrews, so if your testimony is to be believed, you have met Adrian Andrews. That's interesting. Alright, let's get to pressing. Hold it! 1 week ago? Are you sure?
Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Please, stop!
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
A specific date and time?
As I said, on the night of the award ceremony at that supposed time. Okay. Hold it! Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh?
Suspicions of what? We must go further, just in case. So, what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear? The bare necessities? You mean that one there? Or the Are you talking about the stuffed bear? The giant stuffed bear? Or the figurine bear? Okay, you're probably gonna have to elaborate that one. Let's keep going.
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
Oh, we must be talking about the bear puzzle.
Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to this hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference after all.
That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, what's your testimony just now of any importance? So what they just said, basically... They were sure that what they wanted was the bear thing, and it was the bear figurine puzzle that they had to retrieve. I mean, I might as well, because it could be, but just in case I'm wrong... You say it's always important, but I could be going down a... I don't know, I could be going down a bit of a, red herring path here, let's be honest with you, but I'll do it just because we always do. The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is... The client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. So it was not important that time. Okay. I was gonna be goose chasing it, but luckily, it's not actually rabbit holing me, so I'm not gonna get, like, caught in some sort of feedback loop. Not able to do anything about it. So you met at a bar to discuss finalizing a few matters. Right. So, according to this, you have met Adrian Andrews face to face. Would you like to elaborate on this, please? Hold it! So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was with the brief pause?
There's a thing in this. There is absolutely a thing in this. Never mind. Yeah, luckily it didn't matter my decision there. Like, it wasn't gonna, like I said, feedback loop me into something that's just a bit of a red herring. So, yeah, no worries. Sometimes it's always important, but sometimes it's very rarely not important, so you gotta pick and choose. Yeah, why the pause, Mr. Assassin Man? Are you losing your cool, your confidence? I must press further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail.
And why is that?
That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was your testimony just now of any importance? Yeah, I'm gonna need a bit more further details. Like, could you... Like, we have Andrews in front of us here. Could you, as well, describe Andrews, and they would corroborate that for them? This time, it's very important. Yes. Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken. So you're saying that this client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so.
You see, it is just as I said.
I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here?
Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Now then, would the witness please continue? Always gotta keep rolling that dice. Sometimes you do, sometimes you do. Maybe with further information, like when we press him on, are you sure your memory is good and you have made no mistakes on this one? Maybe something out of this will be very important, but let's see. Okay, let's press this one. Hold it! So, your client was Adrian Andrews.
That is correct.
Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around.
You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere.
Hi, talk about a delicate balance.
A very big balancing act indeed. Hello, DBL. Get yourself in. Alright, let's try that again now that we've, trusted him on his, what is it? Let's try this again. Hold it! So you physically met Adrian Andrews, yes? You pause and say, of course I did. Why the brief pause? Keep going. I would like to give you a few more details. You meet your clients as a matter of principle, never taking requests by telephone or mail. I value the trust between the client and myself above all else. The only way to establish this is to speak to the client. Eye to eye. Was this of any importance? I think it is now. Shall we try again? Or are we going to... yeah. Huh, maybe Maybe this time. Slightly different approach. Maybe this time... Maybe this time and then sort of like... backhand it out of the way, like pretend to not care. And then maybe he might let something slip. It was not important. Why he meets his clients is not important. And that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him.
Adrian Andrews ain't a man! Adrian Andrews is not a man! We got you! We got him! Count this camera! There's one! I know you can't see it, but we got candid cameras on you, and you have just let that slip, my friend!
That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, what's the testimony just now with any importance? Yes?
If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him.
Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony.
Very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary fighters in between, we got him! For the moment you saw him, I thought I could trust this person. Okay, wait, this is here.
From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client.
Okay, let's let him squirm first, and then we get his butt on it. Hold it! But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct?
What do you mean?
Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right?
Well, yes. I suppose you are correct.
So I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? You trust your memory, you made no mistakes. You made the one mistake of misgendering your bloody client that you say who they are. Yo! Take that. Objection! You are misgendering your client. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time.
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale, and you cannot clock somebody to save your life.
What?
Shelly the killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip-up. About her.
So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her?
Oh, if you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, then one look would have told you that she is a woman!
Oh no! Oh my god! Kaboom!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Well, like Shelly did. Oh my god. Dear me. Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person?
Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name?
Because Adrian is a very gender-neutral name in the grand scheme of things. You can name boys Adrian, and you can name girls Adrian, as I should know because I have seen the Rocky films. And of course, Adrian ends up being Rocky's wife in those films, or during those films, yeah. So yep, we're getting them.
Yes. Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated that Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? Oh, what is going on?
This is suddenly where Adrian Andrews bursts out to the scene and is like, actually, I do identify as GNC, gender non-conforming. like she suddenly just steps out and does that, so yeah.
Shelley the Killer, this court demands an explanation.
Also, that seems to be quite a lot of oil leaking out the transceiver. And I'm worried that it's oil leaking out the transceiver. I didn't think that transceivers worked by well-oiled parts. Oh no.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another.
So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
I know it's just gonna spit out more lies. Oh, very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. If we could put your transceiver antenna on this Bible, and you can do the swears. You can take the oath and such.
Okay, request taking part 2. There we go.
Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man.
But you said earlier that you don't take by letter or mail. You don't take them by letter or email. You always have to meet a client face to face. You're contradicting yourself, you silly man.
So you took this job for a letter? He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying.
Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us.
I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, my beautiful husbando, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he will counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Okay, take the request part 2. Let's cross-examine. So yeah, this one immediately confuses me because you testified earlier that you only take them by face-to-face meetings. What this all about, huh?
Hold it! But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
But didn't you meet your client this time?
No, I did not.
Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
Alright then, just cough it up and confess! Mr. Right, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words!
I did. Too bad.
You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling! Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. the Killer met with his client?
Do we have that now? Dost we have that now? That's very interesting. Only Corrida and Andrews know how to open it, and it went through the hands of the killer to do it, so... Possibly? Possibly, but we'll come back to that. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Like, he's still trying to work with Felix here, but every so often he can't not have a little jibe at them, you know. Can't just do that. Okay, times when you took a job without meeting your client. Alright. Hold it! And why could you not meet certain clients?
Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I meet each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities?
Whoa! Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. Oops. On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times, and now take requests via electronic mail.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
I'm very sorry. You must be very old and not with the times, old man. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
Email? I'm sorry, I'm old and not with the times.
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down.
I'm getting tired of this. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and...
Yeah, I accidentally clicked the whoa button. The problem is that on my, like, phone soundboard that I'm controlling my voice mod with, yeah, there is a whoa sound effect button right next to where I activate the transceiver radio voice, so yeah. This game canonically takes place in 2017, extremely fun to imagine someone not knowing email in 2017. Yeah, old fogies. Judge's old fogey, clearly. Yeah, he said, learn the future, old man, it's coming, whether you like it or not. Okay, press the next one. Hold it! 2 or 3 other things?
Yes.
And what were those other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Ah, for the law, I was doing it anyway. Because I need to get all the information. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney.
Yes?
Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder, what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination?
Uh-huh.
Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
That's...
I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one...
Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I should have pressed my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? We shall find out after an intermission. We're getting very, very hot under the collar. We might be getting on Shelly's slightly bad side here. Do we let it go? Do we keep it going? We're gonna have to find out when we come back after the break. It's time to nearly run our usual hourly ad break to give you all the break and make sure we get all the pre-rolls and such. So, as we do in Twitch land, we're gonna go to our ad break now. Of course, if you're watching this in YouTube land, there is no break in the highlight. If you'd like to just continue watching, then we'll go right to the next section for you, no worries. But if this is a good time to pause, if you need to go do some self-care, pause here, come back to us later, and then you'll be right as rain. But yes,
Do we make the transceiver go a bit more haywire? Do we push Shelly the Killer's buttons? We will find out when we come back from the break. I'll see you back here in a few minutes. Do we push the buttons? Or do we let off the gas? This is the question we find ourselves in. But hey, thanks for tuning back in, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us if you are. If you are enjoying the video, of course, in YouTube land as well. If you're liking the video over there, do let us know. Leave a like and comment down below, and feel free to let us know if you want to see more in the future by clicking the subscribe button and hitting the bell as well. All the things are very helpful and very appreciated. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back to everybody in our stream doing this as well, of course, in our Twitch land video. So, do we press the buttons? Because Mr. Assassin on the other end of the transceiver getting kind of testy. Uh-oh, he's getting testy. He's going to tell us to shove off in a minute. I've confidence saved before if this goes wrong. Push button. Let's go. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Kurida's suitcase.
And then, what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client. Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and to give it to Adrian Andrews.
Okie-dokie. Yeah, let's get going from here. Okay, hold it! It is a new piece. Let's go. I found this figurine at Mr. On Guard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there?
I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. On Guard, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Not sure yet, but we'll think about it later. For now, we'll let it slide. That's no use. As long as I can't put my finger on the central problem here, pressing this witness anymore would be extremely dangerous. It appears that Mr. Wright has no problems. Well then, witness, please continue. You thought my client to be a man when you saw the name at the end of the letter. We'll just get this. It's not going to be important in any sense of fashion, I don't think, but we'll do it. Hold it! So you're saying that you never saw your client's face? Not even once?
I did. Once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine.
Ooh, yes, I see.
But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time.
A mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Again, I don't think here. Nah, we're alright for now. I think I can pull something out of what he said, but it would be real bad if I did something and made him mad over something trivial. There are no problems with the testimony, Your Honor.
We've pretty much reached the end of our rope here.
Huh? It seems like we're still okay to me.
And that's exactly what is so bad. At the rate we're going, we'll end up completely destroying the killer's lie. And if we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that will put us in.
Oh yeah. All I can do now is pray those items reach us in time. A budding miracle is what we bloody need here. Okay. At this point, we're gonna do another quick save, because I think I got it right. I needed this piece here. It was to find it and give it to Aaron. Okie-dokie. Now, I know this happened a week ago, but I'm sort of having a thought in my mind here. Hello, Lydia. Tad late, but glad to catch this. Not a problem. Glad you're here. Doesn't matter what time you end up here. It's good to have you. But yeah, I'm having a thought to what happens, because, like, we have it, and so we have the bear, and we gave it to Adrian during part of her testimony, and she was able to open it, and that's how we came across the fake suicide note. For some reason, there's something in the back of my mind, like, if something was to... If this event goes as the testimony here is saying, but we have, I think, a bit of stuff about how Adrian would have done something with the suicide note had she found it. Would she have gotten rid of it if she... I think she said she would have gotten rid of the note if she found it for some reason. Like, she just desperately wanted to try and find a way to move on from proceedings. Move on from a whole thing. So if you did indeed get the bear to Andrews, she knows how to open it and would have been able to get to the suicide note. And I think she says something that makes me believe that if she got her hands on it, we would never have the suicide note. She would have done something to it. Didn't she say she'd burn it? I think it's something along like that. Like, definitely she'd get rid of it in some way. So if it happened like... So if you actually gave it to Andrews, we would not have a suicide note. I believe this is what we pin him on. Had you done as you said, the suicide note would no longer exist. No matter if it's fake or not, we would just not have it in our hands, and it would truly be lost to the ether. I think this might be it. We're gonna go for it. Objection! Shelley the Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
This item?
Ah, I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. And this crazy train ain't gonna stop there. All aboard! Ha 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 ha! Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, firstly, screw your head on right. And then please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. We're not going anywhere by train. It was metaphorical, please.
And I was going to burn it. For her sake.
And there's the kicker. Choo-choo! Aw. Yeah, unfortunately not. I mean, you could make a train go somewhere. Because you know what Twitch does. I'm not saying that you should, but you know what Twitch can do if you want a train to go somewhere. You know what it can do. You know what you could do. Anyway, if even for a single minute this bear had actually been in Mrs. Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Oh, Oja! So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Oh my god!
Order! Order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hi. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not...
That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do.
But wait! Please!
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
Hold it! No! Please! Not that! Please! Wait!
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise...
Not happy with it.
What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should.
No, Edgeworth, we can't do this! If we keep this up, Maya, she'll...
Prosecution... What has come over everyone? Even you are... Prosecution... Rests. What is going on around here? I'm so bloody confused. Bloody confused, I say. The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What?
How do we claim this? We are going to need that miracle.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. De Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley De Killer's client is... Adrian Andrews! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt On Guard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews would be charged with murder?
No, we can't have this.
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt On Guard, to the stand.
The items from De Killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out.
I can't believe it.
The outcome now lies in your hands.
Oh, don't fake this, dude. Don't fake your innocence here. Don't you do that, man. You can't be all, hey, dude, still, side, dude. You can't be like that now. We know how deeply messed up you are. Dude, did your guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide.
It's her fault.
I imagine he probably would, like, just outburst like that and his best, like, it's her fault. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Uncard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap is just as atrocious. Don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer?
Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life?
You'd better get on guard to Gilly's sentence, okay?
But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is gonna end! It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Uncard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's gonna say what I want, aren't you? Right.
I can't do this! But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart.
My client, Matt Uncard, is... Maya wanted guilty. Not guilty says, in her words, she wouldn't forgive me for it. Either way, at least if I chose guilty, if I said guilty, she would want to see me again. Whether she would get the chance to is another matter entirely, but the heart's winning over the brain here. The heart's winning over. Like, she'd go free if this is the case, but she'd absolutely just would not want anything to do with this again. Whereas if I said this, she would want to see us again. And Phoenix's heart is trying to grow 3 sizes today, I think. Yeah, as I said, round about this point here, I have had the mention come in that the pathway can split off into supposed bad ending and then canon good ending. I think for the purposes and the quickness of today, I will search for that bad ending on my own accord, because I do have a save slot for it before this point. I can do all this again, no worries at all, and just follow it and do the bad ending again. But yeah, Phoenix's heart. Head says no, but heart says yes. This guy is a sleazebag and should be put away for good. And if I say guilty, as I said, Maya would want to see us again, and I think that's gonna win out. Whether she gets the chance to, as I said, is another matter entirely, but she would want to see us again. The heart wins. Shut your face. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt, on guard. Your client deserves an answer. He deserves a clean smack to the balls is what he deserves.
I'm sorry.
Matt, on guard is that!
Objection! Ah! She's alive!
Franziska von Karma?
She's here! She's come to the goods! Woo! Run!
What is it? How?
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool.
Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All the items are inside this.
Ooh, what a filthy old coat this is!
That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags everywhere. And all of the pot noodle stains on them.
I apologize for his ugliness, but there is nothing else to wrap the items in.
I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence.
Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence?
Oh, get ready to get swiftly kick in the balls, my dude, on guard. Get ready for a few of those, actually.
But this trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What, Judge? Come on!
Objection! Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last.
Did someone call for a Fran? Hey, unless your full name is Franziska. It's very possible.
I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence.
And somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it.
That is all we can hope for.
Don't be so negative about it.
The first item is this pistol.
Does Tequila's pistol have anything to do with this case?
I don't foresee that problems are gonna occur if I just press everything for as many details as possible. I don't think there's gonna be any problems, so we'll see.
I have done confidence saves. Does that pistol have any relation to this case?
We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so we can't say anything for certain. However, I believe that's something to do with this case. At least, with me.
Huh? That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That's what I believe, yes.
Oh. Oh no.
I kept the bullet removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test.
So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. It's probably not going to help us very much.
Nonetheless, it's in the court record now. A small caliber pistol that is thought to have been fired by the killer at Franziska.
The second piece of evidence is this videotape.
I bet Tequila took that from Ungard Mansion.
So get more details, please! I don't think we can ever be wrong here. Have you checked the contents of that tape?
Unfortunately, there was no time to.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man.
Videotape added to the court record. One of the items retrieved. The killer violently tried to recover it, and the contents are unknown. Okay, this seems a bit more relevant because there was ways to play tapes back in that secret room at On Guard Mansion, so yeah. Definitely, yeah. It seems the most important so far, yeah.
The last piece of evidence is this bad boy's uniform.
Is that a uniform for the Gatewater Hotel?
Again, I don't think I'm gonna be wrong by pressing. But here we go, yes. Was that used during the crime?
I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
And there were times that, yeah, he, we have evidence of him, testimony of him, being in the bellboy uniform, you know, handing things back and such not. So, yeah.
There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There is a button missing on this uniform.
A button?
It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
Bellboy's uniform added to the court record. Worn by the killer on the night of the murder. One of the special buttons is missing.
That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelly the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Hold it! Wait, Your Honor! Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful! Absolutely splendid! The judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? I'm toasting my... wherever that is... motor oil to you. He runs on pure motor oil and vitriol and hatred.
Is this the end?
Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there?
I think you're wrong. I mean, look at me. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now.
But no matter how you think about it,
Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us.
2?
The first? Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go.
That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible!
The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go.
Mia, that's even more impossible! He's a man who values his duty towards his client above all else!
I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you can make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle.
But the bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them.
Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what's always worked for us?
Oh.
The other side? Wait, does she mean...
You mean to turn things around?
Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it?
The person who needs the evidence.
The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who's yet to see them all.
I mean, yeah, he worked very, very hard in his journeys back to his hideout in the mansion to find that videotape. Even got violent towards guards for it, so he was desperate for that. It is Sheila the Killer who would love to know where that videotape is and could probably tell us some contents about it. I would like to see the contents of it, and if we were to see it, there'd be something very incriminating, I think. Yeah. So yeah.
And that person does not know the truth. That truth. It may be what will bring about the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
Objection! I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I'm not saying it's us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm doing a new file here because I think around about this time, just in case I decide to come back to this point like immediately so I can find a way to grab my bad ending if I want to do that. But for the playthrough, we are trying for the canon good ending. We are trying for our miracle here. We need to get it.
Please, Your Honor! Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
One chance?
Please, show your evidence to who you think is the right person. Objection! That's impossible! To turn the situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix! Think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time.
Probably do it a little bit closer to the fact as well, and then also do it for my actual like stream playthrough file. There you go.
Who would you like to show evidence to?
Oh, that could have been so wrong there. We accidentally picked John Doe. Technically, they're the same person, but the judge wouldn't recognize that, I don't think. So yeah, we need actual assassin Shia LaBeouf. Actual assassin Shia LaBeouf. Shelley the Killer. Professional assassin Shelley the Killer. Always leaves a car behind Shelley the Killer. Oh my god, I could do that now. Right, Shelley, we've got something that you might want. Take that!
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
Because you fought very hard, you violently tried to take down people in order to get it. So we got it. And we're willing to hand it now for a trade. For a miracle to occur. We're willing. Take that!
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
Alright. It looks like I managed to convince him.
Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence.
Yes, one is all that I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
And that was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you are on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded by a giant frick-off stuffed bear.
What?
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
Ah!
That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Shut the hell up for once. Yeah, sure. Berating the judge for trying to speak up and ruining our train of thought. Stop it, Judge! Stop it! Your client specified the place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why did Madame Guard film the crime scene? Yeah, this one's my stream file. Yep, I'll get your answer in a minute. My guy just thinking to myself and saving progress to myself first, yes. The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess.
There is only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They... We're going right for the jugular. Wanted to see Juan get this. Didn't trust your skills. Wanted to blackmail on you. Heath. Oh, yeah, I think we're going right for the jugular. I think that Mountain God would be the person to try and have the upper hand in any situation such as this. We're gonna go with this. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yeah, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
Busted! Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer?
I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. And that is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I keep going back to the transceiver voice thinking that he's gonna say something through the transceiver, but then somebody else has to chime in after just a pause of ellipses, and now I'm changing buttons all the time here, but yeah, it's fine. Doing it for a bit. It's all good. I have one question for the witness.
Yes?
And sometimes it's just one line, just a yes or a no. And yeah, it's a lot, but it's fine. You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
The red mist descends. I see. That's all I wanted to know.
So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it.
If I was making this stream more than just PG-13, I would drop a pure somebody's getting F-bombed here. I would drop that, like, somebody's getting buh. Somebody's getting buh. But I'm not saying it. I will just say, yeah, those swift kicks in the balls are coming.
This is how we'll turn his case around!
Mr. Wright.
Yes?
My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? That's not an item!
I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness!
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of, I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and the— Whoa! Miss Von Karma, where did that— She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me! Now then, Your Honor, the verdict if you please. Is it alright with you, Mr. Wright?
We finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right, Chief. Let's play with our food. Congratulations, Mr. Man on Guard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor! As always, the defense pleads not guilty. And I'm looking to make him squirm. Very well. This court finds the defendant Matt on Guard. Hold it! Please, wait! What's the matter? If I get not guilty, I'll be killed. Hmm? I'm no! Guilty! As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. And made a man squirm. Today's been a good day.
I don't remember you helping out much in this.
So the judge is going to be last in line to be in the queue to kick Matt on Guard's balls. So yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on Guard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. And you can imagine how well that's going. She's probably getting in several hundred whips to the balls before everybody else gets their chance. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now. Heyo! Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
Yeah, Edgeworth really said those things, goddamn.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I'd finally been saved.
Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile and not in the cocky, condescending, higher-than-thou way. Wow.
I am really happy that you two are in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Yay!
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. And for all the stuff that I'm confused about, I'm now going to book into a therapy session. And that's why court was ended. The judge finally needs therapy after all of this. March 23rd, 5:14 PM. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. And I think before we go, we're going to be very, very early. Just in case the whole ending shabam takes us into our ad break, we're going to run the early ad break here. I think it's good. I think it makes sense that we do that. So we're going to take our break now, Twitch people. And I guess for YouTube people as well. This is where the cut in the video is going to happen. But if you want to keep watching in YouTube land, there's no break in the highlights, so feel free to do that. But this is a good time to pause and go do some self-care while you do such things like that. And yeah, when we come back, the finale and wrap-up of everything. Maybe get the full details of what actually went down. And with all that said, we shall do that after this break. I'll see you back here in a few.
Yeah!
with true justice for all being dispensed, we are going to see how the story finishes for this case and for the game as a whole. So come along and join us, how about it? As we go here, March 23rd, 5:14 PM, Disregard, Defendant Lobby number 3.
You were great out there, Phoenix.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've not gotten your client off.
I'd say wording on that one, but yes.
You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yeah, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Oh, flashback again.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? My client, man on guard, is...
Is he guilty? Or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Right! Edgeworth! I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really?
Pearls?
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She is on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Ah! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid. Right into the funny bone in my elbow as well, damn it.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier. Thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed! And yet, you are still happy? I am, and I'm tired of pretending that I'm not. I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you! Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner, and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then... it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
That was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense!
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so... Objection! No matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. He realized he wanted to be a husbando. And then before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one, it's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you.
The truth?
Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right?
I'm sorry, I was busy thinking about burgers later.
That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Huh? Ah! It is Mr. Edgeworth, right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down.
When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser! A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over!
Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return it to the precinct later. There's something else.
Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right?
Okay. I can only imagine who this is.
Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Yay! Oh, Nick! I knew you'd come through! You got on guard convicted like I knew you would! And on top of that, you even rescued me! Well, get cheeky, huh?
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck in that trial. You are really lucky to be standing here.
Oh, whatever. It won't be the first time, and it's not gonna be the last time. But look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I get croak, I'll just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Don't joke like that.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it. Maya,
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey! It looks like you made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Someone who's not changed!
Alright. I think it's time to get out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick! Food! Grub! Chow! A big eat! I'm starved. I'm so hungry. Even you look like a nice juicy burger in the bun to me, Nick.
But don't actually bite his buns in that oven, Maya. I'm sure. Hey, you think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist.
Alright! So, how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick.
Oh, was I finished saying that? Sorry. So how about our usual burger joint?
Oh, don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast? Are these the Japanifornian hamburgers that I have come to, know so well? That are just, in fact, like, onigiri rice balls, but there's that one comic that's like, this good old Japanifornian ethnic food, and it's just rice plates, it's just rice balls in the plates, but then they turn so it's like, eat your hamburgers, Apollo. Wait, another feast?
Come on, Nick! Food! We're gonna spell it out for you? Food! Glorious food!
March 23rd, 7:38 p.m. Gateway Hotel. Hotel lobby. Why are you back here? Hey, Bill! Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Sorry my head hurts now. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. It wasn't even an actual traffic accident with another car. Oh my god, he just swerved and just hit a traffic post. Oh, telephone pole. Oh my god, Gummy, only you. Only you silly but endearing man, you. Hello, July man. Hello to you. Good day to you. Good day. But yeah. Nani? BSC's here. Oh my god. Of course she is. A telephone pole?
Then it wasn't a red light that got him?
You did it again, city boy! I thought that my dear old heart was gonna give out on me! Hey, I ain't joking!
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks, but please, stop bringing yourself down, Will. Jesus, stop with the berating yourself, please.
Now, looky here, Mr. Student Prosecutor! Don't you reckon you're bullying Mr. Rat too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it! To that, even!
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, Edgeworth is gonna be a husbando at some point down the way. You gotta be nice to them. Popping in to say hi before visiting the mother.
Of course, no problem! Well, come on now, everyone gather round! Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer!
Well, looks like Lara bought herself a new camera. Well, Bill, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal! Amen!
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective. Eh? Me? You really think so? He's right. Oh my god, he's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. So, oh my god, he's right. Well, you know, it's... Wait. There's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
But there was a fourth item?
Oh, come on, y'all, it's over! Boy, I'll tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think?
Why does she look so happy and proud of herself about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared? Oh yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had a rough gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Oh, it sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. I'm sure that picture won't come to bite me in the behind later.
Oh god. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Dun 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 dun. Ah! That's Miss Von Corbin's receiver! We're all gonna die! Oh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't eaten anything yet!
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton.
Well, I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Yeah, I think Edgeworth is thinking about carb cutting at this point as well. Wants to maintain a slim figure. Wait! What? I love you. I just want to say... Thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel.
I mean, I think... yeah. Try this instead. I think if anybody's gonna make Francisca understand, it would be... somebody else who was under the Von Karma tutelage. One who broke free can make the other one see, maybe, so maybe this goodwill gesture will help you out with that. Also, it gives me very bad flashbacks to being whipped too many times. Just take it away from me! Take that!
What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. Huh? You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya? Yeah, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. But Pearly? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me!
Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh? Yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So kind of hard to put your name on the bill.
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty hair. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick.
suddenly feel like screaming.
Ah, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out.
This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Go on. It's been a while since I've heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
Alright then, if you say so. Objection!
Woo!
Second of the original trilogy down. 4 games down in total, and a very fun end to that one, definitely. Okay, time to read.
You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Don't chance your luck, Maya. Just don't chance your luck. We love you too much. We love you way too much. Oh, I should have involved the chat in that one. I should have said, chat, get ready for your objections. Go, do it. Alolan got the idea.
I'm so happy you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case.
You're 8 years old, Pearly! They trusted an 8-year-old to make a hotel at a swanky hotel. Wow. Practice is here, relax. Wow. Well, pal, looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long thought with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I already said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I know it! Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal! Don't make a habit of it, Edgeworth. Don't make a habit of it, Gummy. We love you too much. We love you too much and you need to be protected for our sake. Please. But yeah, brilliant time here.
Oh, Maggie! I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joys to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you stop by sometime, Mr. Rice.
Yeah, I reckon that's probably a more gooder calling for there. She was sweet though, definitely. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hachi. Recently, yes, that girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes, but I remember, if I had so much as an eye on her, I would go crack. Yes, it didn't matter if I got whipped though. Yes, I liked it. Okay, moving on immediately. The less I see of Hottie, I think the better for all of our sakes. I think. Oh, it's time to begin our quest of World Circus Domination, sweetie! And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe!
Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake? And bunnies who can talk?
I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they would laugh at Mo's jokes. Regina, still with head in clouds. God, I remember that circus case. That was a long and winded one, but that was, yeah. Oh God, again. I'm ready! There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears! I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mole curls represent!
We got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start us off. Get on with it.
Oh, say, it just starts going to like Star Spangled Banner or something. Yeah, that circus is gonna go far. I see it happening.
What's this? Trash, just an ordinary electric razor recharging on a stand. I can't believe this. Really? How did they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so it means it must have a deepening meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? Oh, it was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty, and any man who wasn't heard the best is going to feel the pain in my heel. Yes, I'm going to feel the burn. And speaking of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous because of that. Three of my hands when they saw the secret were burned right down and caused huge sting that...
I think I actually managed to read pretty much every single one of those words that time. I'm proud of myself. In old bag voice as well. I think I managed to just sneak that in. That was so good.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything and all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
She can live a true life now. No more hiding behind a fake mask. Definitely not that anymore. Oh god.
It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Oh, drat. That's what I get for trying to buy something from Acme.
Yeah. Very interesting man, that assassin man. March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International departures, gate 12. Don't tell me Francisca's gonna say goodbye. I think that's happening though. Where are you going, Francisca?
How did you know I was here?
With this.
That's...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know why I'm still holding on to it, actually.
Why are you still holding on to it, Francisca?
I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from Tequila's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things?
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Francisca.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to.
Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you?
I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always let me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Franziska von Karma will return.
Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you. Then at last, we meet again.
Oh! Fire! Also, that's a great reworking of the shell to make Phoenix's visage out of it. That's what a way to do that in. Oh, that was a really good case. Oh, definitely one of the greater points of that game for sure. This entire like Ace 22, definitely there. Oh, that was so good. Yeah. I just love how, like, and the fact that Franziska sort of wells up when saying it, like, she's found a new purpose. In the lieu of saying thank you, and her own special way of doing it is, I will find you in court again, all of you. But that is, like, a little bit of a gratitude from her as well, so, yeah, she's a bit grateful as well. In the meantime, she's gonna hold on to the drawing that Maya made. Oh, for God's sakes. If only Phoenix got to see that. If only. But yeah, brilliant ending to everything. Another game down, and I thoroughly had a fun time with it. Definitely during that final case, there were a lot of great little beats there. I love taking down the true culprit, giving everybody their dues and their respites as needed. I had fun playing most of those characters as well. Even the ones in some of like the lower cases, you know, the very big circus one. I just had fun playing those characters. I'm enjoying doing this all as a one-woman show, let's be fair, as a one-girl show. It's a lot of work, but for me, I like it. I like doing it. Hopefully it's all of your taste as well as I do all these games with you as well. But of course, while we may be down yet another Ace Attorney game, we are far from over. But when we come back in our next episode, this will be the end of Justice for All, but when we come in for a new game, we will go onwards and start Trials and Tribulations. This is going to be, I think, where people say, if it hadn't peaked already, at least in the trilogy sense, it peaks round about here with some of the moments in this series. Some of the moments in this game in particular, in these episodes. I'm not going to be spoiling what we'll do, but I am told to look forward to it immensely. So yes. See ya in Game 3, everyone! My Ace Attorney chronology continues in our next episode of this, which is going to be the start of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, the final game in the Ace Attorney trilogy. And, yeah. Very much gonna enjoy starting this next time out. But for now,
As we wrap up on Justice for All today, I want to thank everybody for tuning in Twitch land and in YouTube land as well. No worries about that. I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you have missed anything in Twitch land, then don't worry. The VOD shall be ready for you in a few short days' time. So check back to the Laura Petal VOD YouTube channel with that link there. And make sure, if you're in YouTube land and you have enjoyed this episode with me today, then please feel free to go down below and leave a like and comment. It does help with the metrics and lets me know that things are going well here. And if you really liked what you see and want to be in for when we do more of this and show your love and support in another fantastic way, make sure to click the subscribe button and please hit the bell as well so you hopefully get those notifications through to your inbox when we do more of the Ace Attorney trilogy and more of the Ace Attorney chronology, because we've got a whole lot coming and we've got more stuff besides as well. So make sure you check out everything else on the channel and make sure in this video to see the description, because we've got important links down there for things like my Discord invite link is there. If you want to hop into that, then please feel free. My socials are down there as well, so follow them as and when you please. And also my Twitch link is there as well. If you've enjoyed this and possibly want to see me do one of these live streams live, then check the link there and come over here on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays are our usual streaming days. We would love to have you and we'll hopefully give you a fun time here. But that is all that we wrote for Justice for All. It has been found! And then next time, the trials and tribulations. What are they going to be? We'll find out next time. But this is where this episode's going to end. If it has been a fun time for you, if you've enjoyed it, if we've made your day better in any way as a result of this video, then that warms my heart immensely, and I hope I get the chance to do it again for you at some point soon, wherever that may be, in another YouTube video of mine, in a Twitch stream of mine, or anything like that. But when we come back, next time out, Trials and Tribulations starts, so look forward to that coming soon, if it's not there already. But yeah, stay and stay awesome. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your plans, whatever's up for you, coming up for you. Do stay safe out there. I love and appreciate you all. Feel free to check out more of my videos if they are to your liking. We've got other games besides Ace Attorney going on as well. So check out everything that I've got on my channel as well. If you'd like to see something that maybe tickles your fancy, go ahead and see, because I've got a really big variety of them. Definitely go check them out if you want to. But yeah, thanks for tuning into this episode today. Love and appreciate you all. And that's a wrap on Justice for All. Next time out, Trials and Tribulations. We'll get that started. Until then, take care until next time. See you soon.